Greetings. My name is Michelle Talibah, and I'm the founding director and curator for New Door Creative, located in Baltimore, Maryland. New Door Creative is honored to participate in this year's Atlantic World Art Fair. Thank you to Black Pony Gallery for organizing this very special event. New Door Creative Gallery is aligned with the mission to broaden the exposure of prominent and emerging artists, exploring an aesthetic informed by a wealth of perception, culture, and tradition. The gallery endeavors to present inspired and imaginative artists of diverse creative practice. Since 2004, New Door Creative has been a platform to share experiences and critically examine intersections of culture and social discourse. The gallery's artists roster includes creatives and visionaries from across the diaspora. We have presented exhibitions that explore concepts ranging from volume and space to our current exhibition entitled Empathy and Place. We are also proud to have highlighted many women artists of color, including the legendary Faith Ringgold. The four artists featured in the fair are from Jamaica, Guadeloupe, and Trinidad. The work of these artists reflects the gallery's aesthetic of abstract and conceptual expression, each artist drawing from the visually rich and sensual Caribbean history and environment. Our first artist is Helen Elliott. Jamaican artist Helen Elliott is distinguished among a select circle of fine art enamel artists. Born in Jamaica in 1948, stories and imprints from her Caribbean origin inform her alluring abstract compositions of layered texture, color, and form. She was introduced to enamels while studying in London. She later entered Kent State University to pursue further graduate study in enameling and received an MFA from there in 1997. Since 1992, her works have been exhibited internationally and are collected by prominent institutions such as the Yale University Museum in New Haven, Connecticut, the Philadelphia Museum of Art, the Arkansas Museum of Fine Arts, and the Arkansas Museum of Fine Arts, and the Crocker Art Museum in Sacramento, California. In Helen's words, as a Jamaican artist who chooses to live and work outside of the island, I'm able to use ideas rooted in my culture and incorporate new materials, contemporary approaches to art ideas, and bring my own interpretation of what those experiences mean to me. This becomes a way of investigating new ways of acquiring, belonging to, and inhabiting the space we occupy in the world. Our next artist is Michael Elliott. The conceptual paintings of Michael Elliott are visually irresistible. Michael reinterprets social commentary and political issues by fusing photography and painting. In his series, he dissects the nuances of period and consequence that impact history and culture. His skillfully executed photorealistic work combines landscape, objects of metaphorical reference, and photography to create unique visual narratives. Born in Manchester, Jamaica in 1979, Michael is a graduate of the Edna Manley College of the Visual and Performing Arts. He is exhibited internationally and in 2018 participated as a resident artist with the renowned Diaspora Vibe Cultural Arts Incubator in Miami, Florida. His work is also featured in the Atlantic World Art Fair with the Diaspora Vibe Cultural Arts Incubator in Miami. His featured work is entitled The Clean Born Order. It's a 25 by 40 inch acrylic on canvas work. It's taken from his COVID series. The painting represents the new society we had to adjust to being in and living with COVID-19. As Michael says, we are reborn into an age of being mindful of our cleanliness, a sanitized existence. But will we fail the careful instructions and misread the hidden meaning? Push for service is the phrase used in this painting, which can have a double meaning. One of the meanings connected with the sanitizer bottle head. The broken eggs are our vulnerability and our birth into a new reality. Our next featured work is by equally accomplished painter, sculptor, writer, and musician, Roy Cross. Roy Cross was born in Port of Spain, Trinidad. He's the recipient of multiple professional awards in Canada and the United States, including the Painter and Sculptors Grant in 2002, Joan Mitchell Foundation Award. Collected by the Prudential Corporation, the Montclair Art Museum in Montclair, New Jersey, the Morris Museum in Morristown, New Jersey, and the Museum of Trinidad and Tobago Art Gallery and Trinidad, Roy Cross has a broad exposure of his colorful, vibrant works. In his words, I've tried to find common ground between an increasingly complex world politic and the more fundamental aspects of contemporary life. The common use of new technologies has impacted just about every aspect of human activity, from the way we work and play to the ways we live and design new communities. And yet, so much of how we resolve conflict can depend upon the most arcane of human practices, the habit of violence and war. I work in a wide range of media that support flat and three-dimensional work, and I try to address some of these issues. In his work, the featured painting is Untitled 0085. Roy Cross is demonstrated, the work of Roy Cross here is demonstrated in his characteristic style of vertical gaze composition. His work is a hybrid of cubism, surrealism, and an unmuted palette bathed in yellow light. Our next artist is Bruno Matura. Matura was born in France of Caribbean parents and resided in Europe before returning to Guadeloupe, where his desire to live in his original culture was affirmed. Matura creates as an automatic painter, permitting lead from the subconscious. He is exhibited in Europe and throughout the Caribbean for 3 decades and has participated in international cultural exchanges. He specialized in painting at the Regional School of the Plastic Arts of Martinique. In the words of the artist, the creation in the act of painting is a journey into the incursion of thought. It visits the sensitive being in the manner of a hymn which initiates and wipes the space. It transmits to the viewer what is given to them to engage within themselves, to appreciate and recognize their dimension as men and women. The work featured is entitled Confinement Number 5. It is the 5th in Matura's COVID-19 series entitled Confinement. In this series of 28 works, Matura masterfully exposes the period in a manner that reflects the inspiration of his environment. These works are seductive engagements of shadow, color, and form informing the viewer of the artist's refined sense of placement, spirit, and space. The series defies the perceived stillness of confinement. With spontaneity, some are in fact cinematic and are meditations on the natural world. Additional works by Bruno Matura will be on view at New Door Creative, opening on July 9th. One can find more information about each of these artists at our website, newdoorcreative.com. We look forward to your visit. Thank you.